We are here, and guess where we're at? We're at probably one of my favorite places in the world. We are at La Madeleine. Where are we at, guys?
La Madeleine.
Is this not the best place to close a deal?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, what are we doing here this week? Well, we're not this week, but what do we do this weekend?
We had 2 great days. Yesterday we spent the entire day touring properties. Everybody had an opportunity to role play, ask questions, and learn a lot about buying hotels. Jason was very helpful. It was a lot of fun. And today, the last day, we went a lot of analysis, went through financials, how to read the P&Ls, how to evaluate them, and how to put LOIs together. It was very informative and very helpful.
Doug, you just jumped right in there, didn't you? Now this is great. So we actually, for the first time, guys, we are now doing part of our coaching program is that we're now doing actual trips. This really wasn't a bus trip, was it? This was more of a an SUV type trip. But what was really cool was that we were able to look at a lot of different properties, and we're going to property after property after property. Exactly what you're going to do when you go to a hotel, or maybe you have a hotel under contract, or maybe you're doing some due diligence. So we had a really, really good time, and why don't we tell everybody what kind of opportunities did we uncover in just one day yesterday? In just one day, folks, what did we uncover?
We uncovered 3 opportunities to possibly buy the hotels, and maybe a big opportunity for a bigger hotel.
Oh, how big was that hotel?
360 rooms, I think.
And what was it, you walk into a 360 unit hotel, how many stories was that hotel? It was huge, right?
9 stories.
It was 12 stories.
Oh, it's 12? Okay.
12 stories. Now, let me ask you this. Were we able to walk right in and just basically walk up and say, I am going to buy this hotel. Are you willing to sell? What did they say when I said that?
They said, yeah.
What was the response?
Maybe.
They were actually open to it.
Yeah.
They were open to it. We walked right in and said, I'm going to buy this hotel. Are you open to selling? And what did they say?
Yes, they actually showed us all the information, told us what the vacancies were, what the average daily rates were. We found out everything. Just by asking questions, they shared everything with us.
You'd be really surprised with the amount of information that sellers will give to you. But you kind of have to know, isn't there kind of like an art to this? It's kind of like you have to know what to say and maybe even how to say it. That's why our boot camps are extremely valuable, because we teach you at the boot camps what to say and how to say it, right? If you go in and you go in with like a bull in a china shop. Just kidding. He's the bull in the china shop. No, you go in there and sometimes you might get an interesting response, and maybe a little bit of pushback, or maybe they go, maybe he's just asking, he's just pushing a little bit too hard. But there's a way that we've actually taught Eric over the weekend, and on his last one he did phenomenal, right? I think Eric's got it now, so he's going to go in there and tactfully be able to get questions answered that the sellers or the owners don't even really know that they're answering. They don't even know that we're asking for their occupancy or their ADR, all this other fun stuff. We're asking the right types of questions to gather the information that we need to make a very good buying decision. All right, so what else do we do this weekend, guys?
Got to evaluate a lot of opportunities. The best part about it was when we got to go and look at hotels, we really learned a lot of information. It was great just getting to interact with the hotel front desks, and we got to go in and view a lot of the rooms. So we did learn a lot about how to analyze a property from the front of the, walk into the backside with the financials. So we, really had a great time to come out here this weekend and come to this boot camp.
Isn't it's funny, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ray, but
No.
Go ahead.
Another thing, we learned how to take the P&L apart and go from the back end to the front end to uncover a lot of things that you could have more opportunities for.
So there's only so much stuff that we can actually teach at a boot camp, right? It was us actually getting out there and learning by doing. That's the most important part of this business. You can only learn so much from coming to a boot camp, and we do go over as much stuff as we can in as little as 3 days. But that's why this event is so special, because we actually were able to get onto the field go into hotels and not just talk the talk, but actually perform, actually do what we teach in the boot camps. And the responses, are the responses
Take
kind
action.
of, you know,
Take action.
take action. Are the responses kind of what we talked about at the boot camps though?
Yes.
I mean, they're very, very similar. I mean, and even a couple of twists in there. I mean, things that you never would have thought you would have gotten, they give to you, which were great. Mr. Eric, back there, what would you like to say about this weekend?
Well, I'd like to say the most thing I learned is to be myself, but also to learn from other people, learn from different people's personalities, and work together as a team, and answer phones when I'm not supposed to.
Uh-oh. Does that mean he's got to dance? I think he's ready
got
to
to
start.
dance. I really like analyzing deals and talking to people on the phone and learning to be a little bit more, I guess a little bit more easygoing when I was on the phone. I think Jason taught me how to do that a little bit better.
That's good. No, it was great. Everybody had, I mean, the transformation and getting comfortable doing it. And actually going in there and us doing it together and me kind of coaching along and standing there with you and kind of saying, all right, this is maybe we'll try this way this time and let's ask this question next time, etc. Really helps get you guys the information that you need. Okay? So, I guess, well, Donna,
Yes.
how are you?
Great.
Tell everybody what you thought of this weekend. What was the main takeaway? And would you even recommend it?
I would definitely recommend it. I really enjoyed watching Jason in action and then him allowing us to go in and try our hand at it. And I also enjoyed discussing what rehab we would do to properties that needed rehab. We would talk about what it needed to become more profitable, to become a better brand. And it was very, I enjoyed that a lot.
So you were making fun of me a lot.
I was.
You had a lot of fun watching me. What did I do that was so different than what anybody else would do? I don't get it.
Real estate can be a very serious business, and it is, but Jason has a lot of fun, and people respond to him in a very positive way because he is having fun with it. So even though it's serious, we had a lot of fun this weekend.
So basically she says I'm a little goofy. There were a couple of comments about how goofy you are, and how old are you, Jason? I really think that you're only
12.
12. That's the number.
12-year-old boy.
I tried to get to 13, but she said,
No,
no,
12.
it's 12. That's it. That's your number. So, yeah, I like to have a lot of fun. You know that if you've ever been on site at a property with me, how much fun we have, and I just love doing this. And if you love what you do, then you're going to have fun while you're doing it, right?
Right.
And you're going to be passionate about what you do. And you're also going to start getting really, really good because you're going to do it over and over and over. And if you keep doing this, you're going to end up with a hotel. All you have to do is, first of all, you got to do what? Come to where?
Boot camp.
A boot camp. And then once you come to the boot camp, I'm going to give you an opportunity to work with you side by side. And when you do, I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to get you into your very first hotel. We're going to do an event just like this so that you can go on site and know exactly what it takes to not only find a hotel, but going out on site and making sure that the deal that you find is a deal. All right, and teaching you how to back yourself into the deal so that it's going to be a money maker for you. So, any final words that you guys would like to let everybody know?
I would just recommend that if you haven't had an opportunity to attend boot camp, you need to do that. And the various other master coaching that Jason does with his students. If I had to identify one thing that was two things actually. One, there are a lot of hotels out there that can be bought at good prices. And then number two, we really learned a lot about breaking this down and what really is the right offer price on LOIs. We learned a lot about rehab, how much we should be investing, and I mean, we really broke it down per unit on what type of investments need to be made. And for me, I need that, and it was very helpful. So I feel like I'm walking away from this 2-day session really understanding about how to make offers, where to find them, and what the right offer price is.
Excellent. Anything else, Ray?
One last thing, when you get to boot camp, after boot camp, you're on a fast track.
That's right. That's right. We put you on the fast track. Sometimes we have to push you a little bit, right?
Right.
We got to get you. What's that video? That Facing the Giants video, where they're actually, forcing the guy to go down the football field with a blindfold on, and the next thing you know, you guys don't have any idea what you're capable of until you actually do it. Until you come to a boot camp and you attempt it. You try this. People say that hotels that's just pie in the sky. That's a dream. I can't ever own a hotel. I break it down where each and every single one of you guys can own a hotel. You just need to come to the boot camp and learn how to do it. And after you do that, I'm going to show you and share with all of the other ideas and ways that we do this, that like all of my other students who can buy a hotel as well. You need to get your butt up and get yourself to a boot camp first. That's the most important thing, wouldn't you say?
Right.
Anything else, guys, you want to leave with this fantastic group that we have?
It's all good.
Sean, anything else, sir?
I would tell you, the best part about it is if you haven't had an opportunity to just analyze a hotel, you really have to come and get the education, because just being here this weekend, it was very eye-opening. We learned a lot, and I don't think I would have been able to learn this much information, on my own this quickly than by coming out this weekend, being with Jason here on the bus tour, and him just, showing us all the pieces and the parts, the moving parts to, how to look at a hotel. So it's all about the education and,
And
yeah,
then
great
doing it.
weekend. And it's about doing it as well.
Because we learned by doing it, which was that's the cool
That's
thing. And it was
right.
more of an SUV tour. It really wasn't a big bus. It was more like an SUV type tour. Did you say you want to say something else, Ray?
Yeah, and after you get here, you're going to be part of the big family.
Mm-hmm.
Family takes care of family.
That's right. So we're all part of a family, aren't we?
Right.
Kind of a little crazy family, but we're all part of a family. Anything else, Eric? Anything you want to say? Leave these guys. Oh,
I just want to say that I learned more probably in 3 weeks about real estate than I have in my whole life. Really, that's truthful. I appreciate all the stuff that Jason and the team have done for me, and I'm ready to buy my first hotel. I'm going to.
Well, you know what I appreciate is people who want to do it. People who work at it, people who aren't afraid, people who actually do it, take action and get out there and do it. You can't sit there and read 1,000 books over 10 years and go, I wish that I was that guy, or saying that they saw somebody who bought a hotel on a video. You have to do it. But everybody's a little bit different. You have to want to do it, and you have to be able to motivate yourself at sometimes, right? So the first thing that you do is take the time to motivate yourself and get yourself to a boot camp no matter where it's at, and then I'll take care of the rest. All right? And I'll show you this business just like I've shown these guys. And Donna,
Yes.
I'm going to leave it with you. Is there anything else you'd like to tell them besides how old I am?
You can do this, get up, get to a boot camp, and start having some fun like we are.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
And the last thing is, this is so much more fun than the late night CDs that you get and then you're all over with, This is actually hands-on mentoring.
I'm a lot better than those late night
Yeah.
CDs. Well, those late night CDs don't have anything on me. Are you kidding me? No, because then we don't have the Shelbys or the, oh gosh, who are all the people that we met over the weekend? Those guys aren't on those late night CDs. So, yeah, we had a lot of fun because it was real. That's the biggest part about this is we had a lot of fun because it was real. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. We hope to see you at the very next boot camp. On behalf of us down here in Dallas this weekend, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will hopefully see you on the very next one. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
I'll take some high fives, let you guys go. Get a hotel, and we'll see you on the very next one. Adios.